Okay. To all of those that are struggling with the election results, I want you to consider something for just a few minutes. And I know that there's a lot of other people that have already said this, but Trump won the popular vote. He won the electoral vote. He won all the swing states. He won at least one, if not two or better, traditionally Democrat states. California saw more red in its overall voter totals than it has in decades. And I'd imagine that's pretty much the case with almost everywhere else in the country too. He won the House. He won the Senate. He won pretty much all the state legislature positions that were up this time around, and almost all governorships. Probably even a few mayorships as well, I'd wager. He spent 4 years working very hard to garner that level of support. When he left office, the following administration, day one, by executive order, ended all things Trump. Which means, from that point forward, it was pretty much all Democrat ideology and all Democrat policy. You guys had 4 years to fix everything that you claimed Trump had done wrong. 4 years. And during those 4 years, you took what was already kind of in a bit of a rocky state from the pandemic, and everything took a straight nosedive. Despite the efforts of those that were in favor of the Trump camp to point out that, one, you had a president who was not really mentally sound, a vice president that wasn't doing a good job, and that things were getting worse underneath his administration, between the media and pretty much all of the platforms, you're being told a very different narrative, one that you actually believed. Blindly, I might add. So, it wasn't until about 6 months ago, and after the debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, that you finally understood and realized that Joe Biden was not mentally sound. Because it was there on live TV for everybody to see. No ifs, ands, or buts, no edited video, none of it. And it was shown that he was not mentally sound. You threw a panic attack. And then you had the vice president, who up until this point was deemed and seen overall as the boogeyman, the one that was making all the mess ups and all the fuck ups and all the other horrible things that were going on, that caused the country to go into the tailspin that it was, constantly undermining Joe Biden, what have you. You didn't get any say over whether or not you wanted her, who, by the way, couldn't even garner more than 1% of the vote before the first primary back in 2020, and dropped out after that, I might add. But you had this person who all of a sudden ended up taking the reins from Joe Biden, was endorsed by him apparently, and without any say on your guys' part, was nominated the Democrat candidate. Then it was a sweetheart deal of making her look as awesome as they possibly could through the media. And she still could not win. In fact, she even underperformed Joe Biden, who barely won in 2020. Trump not only managed to outdo anything that Biden did to win in 2020, but he also managed to far exceed that of Kamala Harris. Over half the nation voted for this man. Given all of that information right there, maybe the issue is not Donald Trump and his supporters. Maybe the issue is you.